but I'll start to explain it now. There are three main concepts. There's prohibited actions, there's principles to follow, and then there's situational advice. So pretty straightforward. Don't skip deployments. Don't borrow before round 5. If this was standard, then I'd say before round 7, just follow the rat rule. Obviously, there's exceptions once you start to reach a certain level, but this is from 0 to 700 MMR, so just don't be borrowing too early, because I've seen a lot of people ruin their economy by doing this. And don't blind counter. Just every couple of games, re-go over the rules if people come in. That's pretty fair. I'll probably end up needing to do that regardless, so that's probably a good rule of thumb. Position close to the enemy, create a death ball, split their army up, and there's something called the principle of two weaknesses. So if you create two weaknesses in someone's position, or if you just notice that they could be vulnerable to an attack, like let's say that you are attacking the right side and you notice something on the left side or in the flank, then attack one of those two spots. So now you have the principle of two weaknesses. You have the main attack and you have a side attack. Frontline, backline, this is pretty straightforward for anyone who plays the game. You want chaff, you want tanky units, and you want something with damage behind them. And a little thing is put your single target next to your chaff clear. So if you have a marksman next to a spider, that's perfect. If you have an arc light next to a phoenix, that's also perfect. And there could be any number of combinations of these things. And straightforward things for situational advice. I don't think lower rated players really think about it. Hey, Neuronimo, what's up? So, yeah, this is my new educational speed run. And just going over the rules before I start to climb on my new account. I just made it a few minutes ago, and it's called Aggro Any Percent Speedrun. So, yeah, let's just get into the first games. I'm gonna close that. So, yeah, completely brand new, fresh account. I'm going to be playing as if I'm a noob, and I'm not going to go anything outside of these basic sets of rules. I also came up with some extra rules for myself, but it's tough to explain in an infographic. So there's stuff like diversify your army, avoid relying too much on a single unit type, chaff, when in doubt, chaff it out, upgrade efficiently, prioritize your units instead of spending randomly, scaling, always have a late game plan, or at least know what your next spot is, and stuff like controlling key areas. And I'm going to spend a lot of time thinking and not getting, but I also don't want to get low on time. And I'm going to spend a lot of time in the beginning just following the rules and getting good habits. It's not about winning or losing, it's more about being able to, being able to get into a good position where if I'm in the higher MMR brackets, I'm not getting stuck. A lot of great aggro packs. I'm an elite spec guy, but let's go with supply spec. Alright, so this is also in the rules here. We're going to position close to the enemy. We're going to be aware of what he has. He has some Stormcallers. Traditionally very good into what we're doing. Alright, and for spacing, what I like to do is I line up a crawler with the tower, and then I go from the edge of it 3 squares over on each side with the spider, and then that leaves 3 squares in between this marksman and the 2 spiders, and then 2 squares in between. Do you need to do that? No. I feel like I'm going to get targeted kind of early, and I don't want to get hit by the storms, so I like to put chaff right here, and I'm also going to put it right here to eat more storm shots. Oh, thank you, Whooped. I'll pin that comment. Let's just start the round. Alright, and goes for arc lights with hounds. Very strange. Alright, and the positioning is kind of working out. We're going to need a lot of chaff. I also want some speed. Also want to level on this tower. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more crawlers. Oh, nice. We have an opponent that actually speeds up the game. Very nice. Photon coating is always kind of nice. Let's put it on him, just keep him alive. Alright, principle of two weaknesses. One, he has no anti-air. What am I going to do? I'm going to build some air. I'm going to build the wasp as part of the death ball. I'm going to level up the tower. I'm going to get another crawler. And I'm going to trickle it in. And seems good enough to me. Scorpion. It won't let you pin that message? Strange. I mean, at least it's in the comments, and it's not like I have a booming comment section for now. Yeah. Again, principle of two weaknesses. What does he not have? Anti-air. Or air, for that matter. I'm not doing anything that would telegraph that I'm particularly high rated, right? I'm just doing any normal thing that any player could do. I'm just building a wasp round 2. Just keep that in mind. Air unit, round 2. You have enough resources. Alright. Phoenixes. I do like phoenixes. I also like badgers. I think he builds mustangs. And if he doesn't, it would be a little bit weird. The chaff is also kind of nice. But I'm going to continue piling on pressure with air. Let's put it like right behind, I guess. Actually, let's go like right here maybe. Maybe I could set up a second attack on this side, but actually, let's do this. Like, we have the marksman. Let's get range. And one more spider. Set it up on the side here. And let's get a crawler. Do I want the levels? Kind of want the levels. We'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, so we're pulling stuff off to the side. Again, principle of two weaknesses. Now we're attacking on the air. We're attacking on both sides. We're attacking a flank. Right? We're being really, really annoying. So, hey, I noticed that there's a few more viewers here. Welcome to the stream. This is actually the very first game of the speedrun. Yeah, the poor worm. Just getting absolutely obliterated by my stuff over here. Yeah, so we're hitting him from multiple sides, and he's absolutely hating the way that this game is going right now. I can just tell. You know, sometimes you can just tell these things. Fire. Fire's bad for me, because I do want my crawlers to survive. Extended range fort. Also a very broken card. This one will give me not a lot of value because there's nothing close enough to the line. And I'm already supply spec and I'm aggro. So this is going to end before this really kicks in. So what I'm going to do is probably... I guess he has no chaff is the problem. And do I really care about killing no chaff? So I'm going to skip, and I'm just going to save the money, and... Oh, I don't have jump drive on this! Oh my god, new accounts have problems, man. Okay. I'm just going to sell this and take the extra money. I'll give this a level. Wait, does this have jump drive? Oh, thank god. Okay. So, problems are, 1, we have a big worm. 2, he's going to probably flank here with something, so we're just going to keep this occupied. And we are going to reposition a phoenix over here. We're going to take another crawler. Let's get +1/+1. And let's actually jump drive this over here as well, I suppose. Space it out so in case there's a missile, we don't get screwed. Let's take a barrier. Okay, wait, what? Hit the tower. Thank you. Yeah, no jump drive. It's a bad day. He's still refusing to build anti-air. So, again, principle of 2 weaknesses. He has no anti-air, besides now 1 melter. We're hitting him on both flanks, so that's 1 conceptual weakness is the air. And then, you know, nothing in front of the tower, nothing coming up on the sides, so that's creating at least 3 or 4 weaknesses. None of these do anything for me. What I might do is beacon this away. Let's take all the levels. How do we end this? Honestly, I think more Wasp could do the job. Let's do this professionally. He builds Mustangs, right? If he is smart. So we build Wraiths. And it's round 5. This is one of the rules. No borrowing before round 5. So now we can borrow. That lets me afford armor. And a beacon. Speed and range. And now we just KO this guy. Oh, wow. He had the same idea as me. Do we kill the melter in time? Yes, not even close. It has suck. Alright, and first game of the speedrun is successful. Wonderful. Also, can you get any more telegraphed? It's called Aggro Any% Speedrun, and I clearly have an orange rhino.